Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Today we're going to be showing you how you can stream your Xbox One to OBS or to Twitch or anything like that without a capture card. It's really simple to do with the new Windows 10 update. You will need Windows 10 for this, so if you don't have Windows 10, I'm sorry, but this is not going to be possible for you, although it is free if you did have Windows 7 or Windows 8, so be sure to get Windows 10. Now what you need to do is come to the start menu down here in the bottom left, click that and click Xbox. Once you have clicked Xbox, what you need to do is make sure you sign in to your profile. It will ask you for some details about your Outlook account, and once you've signed in, you'll get a page like this with all your friends' stuff and everything like that. You need to come down to this left-hand side and click Connected. Once you're in here, you should have all your connected devices. If you do not, go up to the top right and click Add a Device. Add your Xbox or any other devices that you have, and now you're good to go. You can now stream your Xbox to OBS, and you can capture it really easily, and it's really simple. The audio comes through and everything is really awesome. What you can actually do here is remote control your Xbox as well through the satellite box that your Xbox has if you want to do something like that, and you can stream this and record it live to your PC. I think that's pretty awesome, and that is a awesome way that you guys can stream. Okay, so this is me actually streaming from my PC. It's streaming the Xbox One screen. As you can see when I first get this little pop-up here, this PC does not have a connected Xbox controller. Try and attach one and start again. You don't actually need to do this. I've actually got my wireless Xbox controller hooked up just to my Xbox, and I'm playing through the PC. So I can see everything I'm doing through the PC. There is a slight delay. It's probably about 2 or 3 milliseconds, but it's not really too big of a deal. Especially if you're streaming a game or anything, it's not really going to make much of a difference. The only time it will make a difference is if you're playing something like Call of Duty right here, where you need them few milliseconds to get kills. But overall, it's a really nice feature, and hopefully we can reduce that delay over time. Plus, it is going over your network, so there is obviously going to be some latency there somewhere. Overall, though, it's not really that bad. You're getting audio and everything really easily, and it's a really good feature I think Windows 10 and Xbox have implemented, so you can stream all your games.
Yo, what's up guys? Paul here from Paul's Game and Fish, bringing you a different kind of a build video. This is a behind the scene of how I do my streaming and recording. I've had a couple of people on stream ask me, and a couple of my friends I noticed that are starting to get into it. So I figured I'd make a video at least to show you what I do. This is by no means a professional video, but this is just to show you the settings I use, the software, excuse me, and the utilities that I use as far as my streaming is concerned. I do got 2 windows of OBS open, and that's just so that way I can record with one and show you what I'm doing with the other. So I'm going to get this one out the way. So this is OBS Studio. So the only thing I did is just Google search OBS Studio, and it brought me to this. It's the very first link. It is for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Make sure you download the appropriate version, but also if you are downloading it for Windows, make sure you're getting the 64-bit if you're running a 64-bit operating system. Or enough bandwidth to stream to where you're not going to lag your game out. Now, there are a couple of websites that give you recommended bandwidths that you can, to set your setting at your bit rate. I find them to be not really reliable. I just started at 1 bit rate and then moved my way up depending on the game that I'm playing, because some games do use a different load than others. So for me, I find that the sweet spot is about 3500 bit rate, which I'll show you that in just a second. So we launch OBS, and before we get started, before we start adding scenes, let's go ahead and touch our settings. So come over here to the bottom right and just hit settings. On your general screen, you could change between your default or your dark. Now dark, it seems to be a lot easier for me. You don't need to touch any of these settings. Just leave them alone. Done. Stream. This information right here, this is going to be the service that you're streaming to. We'll come back to that because there's a more important setting in output and video. So let's start with video. You're going to want your base resolution to be whatever your screen is, which is most likely 1920 by 1080. And then your output resolution is going to be what your stream can handle. So I'm going to be doing a 720 stream, so I'm going to change this to 1280 by 720, which it does give you a drop-down box if you want to change it. Leave this setting alone. The bicubic, I find that this is okay. And then you could change it between 30 and 60 FPS, depending on the game that you're running. 60, I just left it at 60. It's doing pretty good for me. On the output section, under streaming, now this is gonna be under simple. You're gonna want to change this to advanced, so that way you're looking at this screen right here. So the encoder, you're gonna want to change this to X264. If you're running like an NVIDIA card, it might give you the ability to use the NVIDIA encoder, but that encoder isn't as good as for like FPS games. It's not so great for that. Like stationary games like card games, or maybe even something like Minecraft, it'll be just perfect for. But shooter games, Call of Duty, Elder Scrolls, whatever, X264, because the game is moving too fast and the NVIDIA encoder requires more of a bit rate to run that. And then I have enforce streaming service encoder settings. This way here, if you're streaming at a higher setting than what the service that you're streaming to, it will actually downscale it just a bit, but it will downscale it to the maximum that the stream service is going to allow. So it's not going to hurt yourself too much. It's not going to hurt you on your end. It might change the quality on the other end, but it'll be the maximum allowable that the other end is going to be receiving. Rescale output. I did make sure that this is checked to 720 because otherwise it might try to put it through at 1080. But this way here, you're ensuring that it's going to be pushed through at 780 or 720, excuse me. Rate control, this might be sought to VBR, variable bit rate. You want to change this to CBR, constant bit rate. And I'm running a bit rate of 3500. Now, if you remember, 3500, that's 3.5 megs. So this is going to give me a 2 meg leeway as far as my gaming is concerned. Now, 2 megs up is just perfect for gaming. You're not going to need any more than that. Playing Call of Duty, playing Elder Scrolls, playing Battlefield, 2 meg up is just fine. Your download is stress the more than what your upload is as far as gaming is concerned. But you don't want to go under that 2 meg mark. Try to leave at least 2 there. Now, if you're running a better internet than what I am, then you could definitely bump this up, and you could probably even stream in 1080. But just because my internet's garbage, this is what we're doing. So 3500 is your bitrate. Uncheck custom buffer size. You want keyframe interval set to 2. This is a setting that like Twitch and Mixer and YouTube, they require. Because if you have this set to 0, your stream might not even go through. At least that was the issue with me. Because when this was set to 0, for some reason, every time I streamed, it was just a black screen. I set this to 2. It just went through just nice. CPU usage. So this is by default set to very fast. This is going to determine the clarity of your video. So if you have a good video card, you can bring this down to faster or even fast. If you're streaming and gaming on the same PC, you probably want to leave it at faster. But if you're using a Elgato capture to do your Xbox video, faster or fast should be good for you because you're not using your computer for anything else besides just the stream. So why not just go ahead and peg it out to max, just get it over with. But if you're using a low-end CPU, then leave this to very fast. Super fast, the quality gets kind of low. Profile is main, tune is none, and then you won't need to change anything else on this. Now, under audio, I changed these because I believe that these were default set to 320. That will take away from the video quality of your stream. Now, I have these set on 96. You're not, during a stream, you're not going to notice the difference. I mean, if you want a little bit better quality, I'd say quality for your 720 stream. Now, if you're doing a 1080, I'm actually using the NVIDIA encoder to record quality, and it seems to be able to... Oh, my ear is itching. Or any service that's listed right here. Any of the, and you can actually stream to every single one of these services if you want. Not a problem at all. It's just you have to use a custom platform, the RTMP, if you want to do a Facebook stream, in addition to everything else. If you want to do only a Facebook stream, then I just Google search Facebook live stream, and it's the facebook.com/live/create. Click that link, and it brings you to your personal profile, and you just hit create live stream. And it will give you some information. I'm not going to click on it because it does have my stream key in it. And anybody with that stream key can stream directly to your channel. But it's going to have two things. When you click on this, it's going to have a stream key and a stream address. So let's say if you wanted to stream directly to Facebook. So I'll come to Facebook Live. And then server, leave it at default. And then you want to, the stream key. Copy the stream key from the website and paste it into this box right here. And then you'll be able to stream your video directly to Facebook. And then change it to whatever else you want from there. Now, myself, I use either YouTube or I would do Facebook. Now we got our settings set up. We got our stream site set up. We understand our speed. We see where we're going to stream to. And we have our program. So now we need to get something set up in our box. So if I'm streaming a game from my computer, we need to add in the game into the OBS software. So I'm just going to come in and select game capture. Some people do screen capture, the display, or they'll do window capture. Those methods will work, but they're extremely taxing on your computer. If you did a display capture, so it'll capture everything that's on your screen, it'll peg your CPU 30-40%. Now that's before you're gaming, before you're streaming, anything else. Just to capture that display, it's running the hell out of your system. But if you're running that game capture, if you run game capture, it barely does anything. So we're going to have it capture Elder Scrolls. Now I can't log in right now just because they're douches today. They want to do, you would want to capture with the rest of my video. It does not look like it has. If you want to add in the webcam, which I don't have my loaded in right now, just because I don't think it's hooked up. But you could drag that screen around wherever you that's one thing that I noticed that really improved the quality and performance of my stream is by having, you know, stuff on the screen, having something that's interactive. So I put everything in a folder, if I can find my damn folder. And then you can move this around wherever you need it to be. Big. You could drag service, but you will come in. Let's say if you want to make a goal, a subscriber goal. So this is the goal. Right. And then over here on the left-hand side, I have, so if while I'm streaming, if you subscribe, that'll be a test subscriber, and then you'll get a tick right here in the middle. And up, and then I'll have like 3 or 4 more people subscribe right after that. So all it takes is one person to get the. And then the last thing, so you got your game in, you got your graphics going on, you got your settings. The last thing to do from there is just hit start streaming. And then that's it. It's going to start streaming to your services. Now, there's a few things on your end that you need to monitor as well. You need to monitor the quality of your stream. So if you're streaming directly to YouTube, the first thing that you need to do a test stream. Bring it up, see how your video quality is coming through. Is it choppy? Is it laggy? You know, see what's going on. This is going to give you a little bit of a message right here. It's going to show you like the quality that's coming through. It's going to show you your bit rate. It's going to show you if you have any lost frames. If you do, you need to downgrade your settings just a little bit. You need to downgrade your bit rate. You know, so let's say if you have your bit rate set to 4,000 and it's a little choppy and it's just not going right. Check your quality, because if you're running 1080 60 frames a second and you're running like 4,000 bit rate, it's too high of a video quality. You need to bring that down to 720, you know, or you need to increase your bit rate if your ISP can handle it. But also if you're at 720 and you're at like 4K bit rate and it doesn't seem right, what it could be is you're trying to force too much connection for something that you don't have. You're trying to force more data through a smaller pipeline. So bring that quality down and you're going to notice a smoother experience. Now, I find that a smoother video experience is more important than the quality itself. Because you could be watching a nice, clear 1080 picture, but if you're watching that shit at 20 frames a second, it's going to hurt your eyes. It's going to hurt your head. Nobody's going to want to watch that crap. But if you're at a 720 stream, it's not going to matter so much. As long as it's clear, or excuse me, as long as it's nice and smooth, 60 frames a second, you're legit getting 60 frames a second. You know, they'll stick around
My heart, don't wanna feel your touch like ice tracing on my scars. Why is it hurt inside? It's unforgivable. Frozen in my dreams, I can't escape the thoughts of you. If I try to leave, when I'm with you I can't move. It's unforgivable. But if you
Good to see you, sir. I need you back in...
Hardcore team deathmatch. Show 'em what you're made of, soldier. Move out and take position. Enemy inbound. Mine prime! Fighter pilot inbound. Strafing the target. Care package on the way. Protect the drop zone. Firing battery 1. Target position confirmed. Azon bomb mission underway. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Got him! Get out! Stairwell! Shit! I'm out! Got him! Enemy care package observed. Stop their resupply. He's leaving cover! Enemy bomber approach. Incendiary bombs incoming. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover. Recon airborne. Show real command. Damn fine work, soldier.
Hardcore team deathmatch. Stay wary. Pick your shots. We have tactical advantage. Keep firing. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Fire superiority. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Have them on the run. Kill them all. Enemy care package observed. Deny the enemy resupply. Incoming enemy artillery! Get to cover! Enemy mortar fire incoming! Fall back! Enemy care package observed. Deny the enemy resupply. Firebombing run ready. Call for incendiary. Low altitude bomber inbound. Incendiary mission.
Window! I've been spotted!
recon aircraft in the air.
At the center, enemy!
Stay yours. We control the battlefield. Hardcore team deathmatch. Stay wary. Pick your shots. We've lost fire superiority. Enemy counterintelligence aircraft observed.
They have the gunpowder!
Enemy fighter pilot, fall back! Enemy recon aircraft in the air. counter-recon aircraft observed. Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
In the warehouse!
Enemy strafing run inbound.
By the statue! Copy! Herr voraus, movement on the stage!
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
They're pushing through the warehouse!
Enemy strafing run inbound. Fall back. Enemy counter-recon observed. Ground our aircraft. Enemy counter-recon observed. Ground our aircraft. Enemy strafing run incoming. Get to cover. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Failure is unacceptable. Fight harder next time.
Hardcore team deathmatch. Bring the war to them, bring it hard.